Okay. Hold on. Peace, family. Peace. We back. We are back with another powerful live discussion tonight. Let me send out my alerts real quick because your brother is shadow man. Hold on, real quick, family, before we get started. Real quick before we actually get started. Hold on 1 second, family. All right. Yes, indeed. Real quick, let me send out these alerts, and I'm gonna start chopping up game with the family. Hold on. Now. All righty. All right. Peace, and black power to the family that's coming into the building. Shout out and peace to all the family that's coming into the building. Listen, man, I hope all the family's doing well. I hope all of you are doing good. Another Friday night, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, family. A lot of stuff to talk about. If you're coming in, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, hit all those notifications. We about to chop up some good game with the family here tonight. Also, family, make sure that if you haven't, go get the Voice of the Ancestors book series. As you know, right now, your brother, it is banned from going live on Instagram right now. So we will not be going back to going live on Instagram. Even when they let me back on, I think I'm gonna just stay away from it. I might go live a couple times on my personal page. It's Chase to God. Make sure you go follow that one. But other than that, we're gonna stay off the gram for right now. You dig? We're gonna stay off the gram for right now. So we on the YouTube. We're gonna chop up some good game tonight. You dig? But let's get right into it. Let's get right into it, family. Now, let's start off earlier this week. I believe it was Monday. Talking a little current events. Did y'all see the shutdown or the whistleblower that came out against Facebook? There was a whistleblower who came out against Facebook, and Facebook and all of its family of apps have been acting crazy ever since. Instagram has been shut down. Facebook was shut down for like 8, 9 hours on Monday. I think WhatsApp was shut down. Facebook is kind of like they have a monopoly on the game. Okay. So when Facebook shut down, a lot of stuff shut down, family. But the whistleblower came out and basically said, Facebook allows hate speech. Now, when they say hate speech, they're talking about white folks and hate speech, okay? They're talking about the Trumpers of the world, okay? The right wings. They say they actually promote those types of speech because I know they don't promote my stuff because, see, every time your brother says something, when we start pointing out facts, I get a silencer. I get a warning to stop posting these type of stuff or my account is going to be deleted, things like that. Those are the type of things your brother gets. Okay, so we know they ain't talking about black folks. They're talking about the white right wingers, okay, of the world. These ones who are out here on Facebook in these little private group chats planning attacks on the Capitol, things of that nature. So I found that to be very interesting. And a lot of black people were out here saying, hey, man, we need to support this. They need to crack down on it. Understand, family, when they crack down on so-called hate speech, they're going to crack down on us. That's what that means. They're going to crack down on anybody who's talking about black empowerment. See, that's how the game goes. And I want black folks to be very careful because a lot of times we support a lot of stuff that's going to end up harming us. We think it's going to harm the white supremacists, but it's actually going to harm us, family. Okay? It's actually going to harm us. So that's a double-edged sword that we have to be out on the lookout for. A lot of brothers and sisters, they not only stop me from going live, they actually stop Baba Kaba from going live. And y'all know Baba Kaba is just always speaking truth to power. You dig? I think our brother Red Pill, he's been receiving several notifications. I think 19 Keys talked about it. So that's who they're going to target and get off the platform when they talk about cleaning up the platform. That's important to understand. Okay, that's important to understand. 1 second, family. That's very important to understand. Number two, what this also shows us, for my family out there on Facebook doing business and things of that nature, family, you need to have multiple apps. We talk about multiple streams of income all the time, but if you're a business person, you need to have multiple apps that people can reach you on. You know, that's something that made me again go back to the YouTube, because I've always had a YouTube page, but we want to diversify where our content is. A lot of times we give too many people too many opportunities to monetize our content. Okay, a lot of us are on Instagram, but we ain't on TikTok. A lot of us on TikTok, but we're not on Instagram. Okay, or Facebook, things of that nature. We got to start diversifying, and we got to really hone in on the ownership of these apps. You dig? I'm on fan base now. Shout out to fan base. Okay, fan base is black owned. Fan base speaks a lot of truth to power. They will allow you to speak a lot of truth to power. So shout out to the brother who created fan base. Those are things we have to do, because we make these apps at the end of the day. We make these apps at the end of the day, family. So we have to understand that. Last but not least, number three, it goes back to what I tell the family all the time. A lot of times, and we see this whenever the Facebook shut down, whenever Instagram shuts down, a lot of us are too dependent on technology. I have black folks reach me all the time saying, hey man, Chase, I don't like to read, but I want the information. Do you have an audio book? Okay. Do you have an ebook? Do you have a video? Did you do a documentary? No, brother. Listen, we got to start picking back up books and start getting a hard copy of the information. Because you see, when stuff like Facebook meltdown happens and shutdowns and all of his family of apps shut down, you see we're in the darkness again. And a lot of y'all are without the knowledge, wisdom, and information. You have to get back to having the hard copy of information, family. Not just on a history level, but on a economics level, on a health level. You should have books in your house like how to take care of yourself, how to heal a gunshot wound, okay, what certain minerals and herbs to eat. You need to have cookbooks in your house just in case something happens and you can't access your YouTube page. YouTube is down. You have to have hard copies of the information. It's the reason why our ancestors wrote in stone. Okay, it's a reason why they wrote in stone, because they understood that would last the test of time. See, this is the blessings in the curse of technology. Right. Yeah, you said, yeah, this is the blessings and the curse of technology. See, a lot of us are too dependent on technology, where we just lazy and we want to listen and hear everything all the time. We don't want to do no reading. We don't want to do no writing. You have to get back to that, family. And you have to get back to that, because it can be taken away. The technology can be taken away from you. And also it can be filtered. See, once you get the Voice of the Ancestor series, you get the exact words that I wrote. Hard copy. Can't nobody ever come take that away from you. They're gonna have to break into your house and burn the book down. Okay. So we got to understand these types of things, family. We got to understand these types of things. And those are things we need to learn from that whole Facebook situation earlier this week. You dig? We have to learn that from that whole Facebook situation earlier this week. Now, moving forward, a lot of news has been coming out. You know, they've been really trying to push up on the family, the stab. Y'all know what the stab is. I'm not going to actually say it. Hold on 1 second. Get that up out of here. Hold on 1 second, family. But they've been trying to push. Now, y'all been seeing they've been, as usual, trying to push the stab on black people. Y'all know what the stab is. I'm not going to say the V word, because YouTube, again, they filter the information. If I say the V word, my video get flagged and it'll get taken down. But they really been trying to push the stab on our people, and they've been trying to go through a lot of celebrities. And last week I talked about our brother Andrew Wiggins, our brother Kyrie Irving. You dig? YouTube, I'm just reporting the news, so you might know, for the bots that are watching my page. Andrew Wiggins, Kyrie Irving, Bradley Beal, and some other players who said they didn't want to take the stab. Now, since then, our brother Andrew Wiggins was forced to take the stab, And he came out and spoke against it. He said he was forced, and now the dominant white society and Negro minions everywhere there. Well, nobody forced you to do it. Yes, you did. Let's be clear. Yes, you did. You did force him to do it. Okay. But our brother Kyrie is standing strong. Shout out to our brother Kyrie Irving. Okay, see, Kyrie right now is displaying the power that many of our young brothers and sisters who are athletes and entertainers have. Our brother Kyrie right now is staying solid. Okay, they've been attacking him every day, family. They have threatened. Our brother Kyrie is at risk of losing, I believe, upwards of $350,000 a game, $17 million this year, because he would not be allowed to play in home games in Brooklyn. And our brother Kyrie has not budged. Shout out to our brother Kyrie Irving. And he's displaying the power that many black athletes have. Now, family, you might not know this just broke. Okay, this just broke on, let me double check. This just broke on ESPN, family. Let me double check. This just broke on ESPN. Our brother Kyrie has been allowed to practice now. Okay, see, Kyrie is displaying the power that black athletes have. See, they try to act like black athletes are powerless. Oh, they got to do what we say or we're going to take away the money. I keep telling y'all, they use the money, they dangle that in front of athletes' head because that's their only real power card they can draw. But once you see past that, athletes have all the power, because at the end of the day, people coming to see Kyrie Irving play. They ain't coming to see the owners play. They don't even know who the owners are many times. A lot of people don't even know who the owners are of these franchises. Okay? But our brother Kyrie has held out and held strong, and now New York has allowed him to practice. At first, they were saying he couldn't practice. He couldn't play in the home games or anything like that. Okay, he was going to lose his game check, X, Y, and Z. Now they've kind of fallen off the practice. Now they're allowing him to practice. Because, see, again, with a lot of black athletes, they dangle the money over your head. See, when the money doesn't work, taking away your money doesn't work, they get nervous because they see our brother Kyrie is serious about this. Okay, now that they can't dangle that money in front of him, yeah, they getting kind of nervous now. Family. Our brother Kyrie said, listen, I don't give a damn. I already made a lot of money in the game. Okay, our brother Kyrie is a multi-millionaire. I think they say he's made over $100 million in his career. He says, I'm good on that. See, they can't dangle that in front of his face now. So they're getting nervous. So now they've allowed him to practice, because what they don't tell our black athletes is this: you might be losing a lot of money, but the people who promote on these games, who do the commercials, the owners are losing even more money. That's what they don't want you to know. See, when black athletes, when y'all go on strike, yeah, you might lose 100,000, 200,000, even millions of dollars. But these owners are losing billions of dollars. Okay, these networks that are broadcasting these games, they're losing billions of dollars. That's what they don't tell you. They try to act like, oh, well, it doesn't matter if he doesn't play. No, it definitely matters. It definitely matters. And a lot of people are looking at our brother Kyrie, especially in the black community, and saying, well, damn, they're looking into why is he not taking that stab, okay? Or that jab, as some people call it. They're starting to do their own individual research, okay? See, this is the power of one black athlete. Now, they're making all this exceptions for Kyrie. Imagine what they would do if you had the LeBrons of the world, the Kyries together, the Devin Bookers, these superstar black athletes saying, hey, man, you know, I don't really want to take that stab, and I'm going to hold out. Imagine what they would do. They would start altering rules and regulations overnight. So we're proud of our brother Kyrie, and Kyrie's been on this. A lot of people don't know Kyrie was somebody last year. I knew our brother Kyrie was smart when last year, when they were doing that little bubble, when they were doing the bubble playoffs the year before last, and the George Floyd situation happened, the Breonna Taylor situation happened, and a lot of the players wanted to boycott a game. Our brother Kyrie said, listen, let's boycott the whole season. Let's just stop the whole playoffs. Okay? See, our brother Kyrie is displaying what black empowerment is all about. Black athletes never sacrifice your morals and principles for a game. Kyrie is showing you that. Other groups understand that. Jewish athletes understand that. Asian athletes understand that. White athletes understand that. But when it comes to black athletes, we were told by the dominant white society, and we're told by other Negro minions, boy, you better get that check. Get that check now. You're going to miss out on all that money. Negroes are taught to buck their eyes when they dangle little carrots and butter biscuits in front of their face. So we got to understand that part of the game. Shout out to our brother, Kyrie Irving. Shout out to our brother, Kyrie. Our brother stays solid and he's winning right now. He is winning right now. So we got to support that brother. But let's get into the main topic, family. The main topic, the topic that many of you clicked on this video for. I want to talk about, were the butter biscuits really worth it? Now, the last couple weeks, family, I've been talking to y'all about checking in on your Democratic friends. These Negroes who went out here, some of them with good intentions, but these Negroes who went out here, family, and voted for the Democratic Party, I've been telling you to check on them. Check on them, man. Make sure they're all right, because these Negroes who voted for the Democrats, these Congressional Black Caucus Negroes, they are taking a massive L right now. They have voted for their own demise. They have twerked their way. They have eaten their way into their own demise, family. Okay? Their own demise. Now, let's recap. Let's recap, family. Now, Jim Crow Joe and Kamami Harris, they've been in office for roughly about 10 months now, and they've done absolutely nothing for black people other than pass a meaningless Juneteenth holiday. Okay, they allowed us to do something that we were already doing. Meanwhile, they have given tangibles and allocated resources to every other group of people, even people, family, who are not citizens of the United States. Okay? Afghan refugees have gotten more tangibles than foundational Black Americans have gotten in 400 years in this country. They have allocated 6.3 billion, I think it was, to Afghan refugees who are not even citizens of this country, who have nothing to do with the makeup of this country, who did not lift one brick to build this country, who have not fought in one war to defend this country. Okay? They are pulling out 6.3 billion for them. Let's be clear. These are the people who are the brothers and sisters of the people who went to war with the United States of America. And they are getting more tangibles, more resources than foundational Black Americans who built America. All right? And a lot of Negroes, y'all were out here before the election. Remember, Negroes were out here before the election putting a cape on for the immigrants. These Democratic Negroes. Now we got to look out for our brown brothers and sisters at the border now. Bucking their eyes. Ooh, Lord, we Black and brown coalition now. Well, there's Black immigrants too. That's what the Roland Martins were telling us. That's what some of these Negro minions were telling us. Hey, man, we got to look out for the immigrants because there's Black immigrants too. And we like, listen, Negro, they have a quota on Black folks. No, now all immigrants, they come over here. Immigrants built this country. And we saw a couple weeks ago, the same Negroes of immigrant lineage that voted to put Jim Crow Joe in there and Kamami Harris, because they ran that whole Kamami Harris is the daughter of immigrants. So she's looking out for Black immigrants. And boy, your Haitian brothers and sisters got stuck at that border and they pulled out the whips on them. They didn't allocate no billions of dollars to help them. No, they pulled out the whips and they allocated money to put gas in those planes to take them back to Haiti. Okay? And now the Black immigrants who voted for Biden or descendants of Black immigrants, boy, they're crying foul. No, 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 no. We need you to hold that L. Okay? But Jim Crow Joe is not done. Jim Crow Joe and Kamami Harris are not done, family. Because a story came out this week Earlier this week, several articles, USA Today, I believe CNN had an article, a lot of black publications released articles talking about how they're going to cut, right, Nine Nichols said it, how they're going to cut the HBCU budget down to $2 billion, and Negroes are crying foul. Some of these Democratic Negroes who will get up here buck dancing, twerking, okay, talking about Butter Biscuits. You had the collard green Black Caucus. I believe they had a collard green caucus. This is a real organization who out here talking about vote for collard greens. Now they're crying foul. Oh, promises unfulfilled. No, 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 no. I don't want to hear that. For these Negroes, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear nobody talking about promises unfulfilled. We told you what was going to happen when Jim Crow Joe got in office. We told you, and I've been telling you for the longest. I talked about it in Voice of the Ancestors Volume 1. I've talked about it on my page and then on other platforms. The Democrats and the Republicans are two veins on the same snake. Okay? They're two veins on the same snake. You dig? So now that 45 billion is not going to HBCUs how they portrayed it to be, because I told you that was a con game from the get-go, because in that contract they had minority institutions, which means 99% of that money was going to go to humpbacks, midgets, white women, everybody else. Okay? But HBCUs, y'all still talking about all that was tangibles. So the question is, were the Butter Biscuits really worth it, family? Were the Butter Biscuits really worth it? And some of their Negro minions, they've been trying to come out here. Hold on, let me pull this up. Some of their Negro minions, they've been trying to come out here, 1 second, family, and do some explaining. Let me show you this video. Let me show you this video real quick. This is Roland Martin, because everybody's been coming after Rolly. Rolly's been, y'all pray for Roland Martin. He's been taking L's lately. Roland Martin's also of Haitian descent. So he did all that caping for the Mexicans at the border. But when his people came over, okay, they getting whipped. Now he did all that talk about how, you stupid fool, they're going to give money to HBCUs. He did all that eye bucking for Jim Crow Joe. And now they cutting the funds. So now he's out here splaining, family. Listen to this. Desperation, out here splaining.
I'm sure.
Hold on 1 second, family. Won't have fun.
They are out here representing these public HBCUs. Victor, what is the truth? Leslie back.
It's acting janky right now. Hold on, family. It's acting janky right now. Hold on. Let me refresh the page. Okay. Roland's out here trying to explain what's happening with the HBCU funding. Listen to this. I gotta find another streamer, man. I gotta stop streaming through StreamYard. StreamYard be trying to janky, man. StreamYard is becoming very janky and hard to deal with. It's freezing all the time. 1 second, family. Okay, now they want to play advertisements.
HBCU funding. The story's been circulating by the Associated Press that $45 billion was supposed to be earmarked for HBCUs. Now it's been cut down to $2 billion.
He's trying to explain, family.
Santos with Thurgood Marshall Fund. Thurgood Marshall Fund, of course, they are out here representing these public HBCUs. Victor, what is the truth? We had Leslie Baskerville on, talked about it as well. I'm sure y'all have gotten phone calls on this. Was there ever $45 billion in a budget proposal or in a bill from the Biden administration, from Democrats, from Republicans to HBCUs?
No. So what the proposal was for.
So what they're trying to do now, family, they're trying to explain it. Now, remember, when brothers like myself, Brother Tariq Nasheed, Professor Black Truth, Boyce Watkins, when we were saying before the election, be careful for these promises that say minority, people of color, minority institutions. Oh, we were Hoteppers then. Oh, you stupid fool. They just can't say it's specifically for black people, but we know black people gonna get majority of the money. We're going to be most benefited by it. Now they're trying to use some of our talking points to say, well, it really went for us in the first place. That 45 billion really went for us. It was for minorities. Something we've been warning you about. The so-called Hotep niggas been warning you about that, and we were dismissed. So now they're trying to fall back on it to act like, well, he's really not breaking no promises. But let's continue.
For HBCUs and minority serving institutions means. HSI, there are 569 of them. There are only 101 HBCUs. To give you an example of what some of the HSIs look like.
Hold on. Wait. You said HSI. What is that?
Hispanic Serving Institutions.
Lord.
Okay. That means.
So you said there are 101. You said. Hold on a second. Hold on. You said there are 101 HBCUs.
Correct.
500 and what? Hispanic Serving Institutions.
69 and growing. Okay. So to give you an example,
so 569, 101. That's 670.
Correct. But you also have tribal colleges. So we're only
right. The same thing Foundational Black Americans been trying to tell you from day one. See, when we said that we want resources and tangibles specifically for foundational Black Americans and on a greater scale specifically for Black people, protection laws that keep Black people specifically protected, we will call, oh, you Hotepper, they can't do that. Well, if they say minority, that's going to protect us. Now they're trying to fall back on it. Now they're trying to say, oh, well, it was really for everybody. That's what we told you in the first place when you Negroes were running around here talking about all this money finna go to HBCUs. We knew that was a lie. They're not going to give anything to HBCUs. And actually, he brings this donut head ass Negro on here, but he actually makes it worse. Just continue.
Getting a percentage of that money to begin with. Okay. And to give you an example of what these HSIs look like, your alma mater, Texas A&M, is an HSI. So when Leslie was talking about,
are you serious?
I'm very serious. If you serve 25% at least Hispanic students, you are an HSI.
Oh, okay? Lord.
So for that money,
they're explaining now, family.
Proposed, and when Leslie was talking about decoupling earlier, this is what she was talking about. She was talking about don't put HBCUs in the same pot to apply for this money against Texas A&M, University of Texas. Basically, the entire California system, they're all HSIs. Every school in Florida is HSI, but they serve at least 25% Hispanic students.
Okay.
So basically, everybody's finna get some of that check that you Negroes put on the cape for. Okay? Basically, everybody's finna get that check. Something we told you. This is why Foundational Black Americans, we were real specific with the language. This is why brothers like Ice Cube, who they dogged, okay? They dogged the Ice Cubes of the world. Oh, he was a Trump supporter. They used all those shaming tactics when he said this is a plan for Black America. We're not going to use minority and all this. Y'all were shaming him. But now you want to sit up here and act like, well, technically, we wasn't really supposed to get all that money because it was supposed to be Hispanic serving institutions, which is 500-600 of those. Understand, minority institutions, family, if you have a college with a lot of white women, they consider that minority institutions because they say women are minorities. Okay, so this was a con game from the get-go, and now they're trying to spin it and act like, oh well, he's really not breaking no promises. Then why did you vote for him in the first place? Because remember, when he was talking all this HBCU crap, y'all were running around here with Kamami Harris taking pictures, talking about how much she finna do for HBCU. She gonna look out. She went to Howard. Okay. When y'all were doing all that, y'all were acting like they were finna just drop the bag off on HBCUs. Now you talking about the fine details. Some we were trying to tell you about from the get-go. Okay. But let's continue because it gets better.
So, was there ever a number? So, where does this 45 billion come from?
Yeah. So there was a number in the American Jobs Plan that Biden put out that included some funding for infrastructure along with some centers of excellence, 200 centers of excellence that would have gone to all HBCUs and MSIs, which, to be quite frank, is more than half of the schools that are in existence.
Damn. So we were trying to tell you from the get-go, this is for everybody. This is your black agenda, family, that Roland and the rest of these boule birds push. Okay, this is your black agenda, something that's for everybody. They were running around here talking about all the funding that was about to go to HBCU. Lord, they had like HBCUs. It was going to be students in there riding around in Escalades. It was just so much money. So basically, this is for everybody. This is the black agenda. This is why we've been trying to warn y'all about this minority people of color stuff.
In total, when you include all the HSIs, all the PBIs, which are predominantly black institutions, HBCUs, it's a gamut that runs across the spectrum. So when we say decoupling, what we mean is this: we have to make sure that HBCUs have a pot of money that they can apply for and compete against other HBCUs for. That's what we've been pushing for, and that's what we've been urging Congress to do.
No, Negro, y'all been pushing for Butter Biscuits. You've been pushing for press. That's it. You Negroes push for pictures with Biden. That's it. All these Negroes want is jobs. They ain't pushing for no tangibles, no real resources for nobody. Okay? They want photo ops. They want pictures. They want a job. That's it. They knew the fine details because I read it just like I know they can read. And they read that part where it said minority institutions, and they knew that was for everybody, family. Don't let them fool you. They're trying to act shocked and surprised now. Roland's trying to act like he's revealing something. No, you knew this before, but you didn't say that. Okay? You didn't say that. You acted like all this money was going to go to HBCUs, and y'all were breaking barriers with Jim Crow Joe and Kamami Harris. Okay? So stop. Stop, family.
Okay, so this thing is being spread like wildfire. People say all sorts of different things. And so what is being spread is factually incorrect. And so it looks real cute. Oh, the Democrats and Biden are cutting, going from 45 billion to 2 billion for HBCUs.
Right now, there is no 2 billion for HBCUs. There is no 2.
Now, peep that, family. He said it ain't even no 2 billion, really. It ain't even really no 2 billion. The 2 billion is going to be for HBCUs and other institutions. So HBCUs, y'all might get lucky if you get 500 million or something like that. Maybe, family.
The $2 billion is for all MSI HBCUs to compete, as well as the 45 billion. Now, what there is also in the plan, which we have to highlight.
Oh, all right. Now they trying to, okay, let's stop. Now they're trying to spend it. Okay, so you see what these Negroes are on. You see what Negroes like that are on. Okay? They're trying to spend it now. Now they're trying to sit up here and tell you what Brother Chase and many others told you before the election. There ain't no 45 billion for HBCU. Now they're trying to act like they revealing something. I told you that before the election. Whenever they start rolling out black agenda, so-called what they gonna do for black folks, and you see minority in it, you see people of color, you see the urban community, these broad and ambiguous terms that master teachers like Dr. Claude Anderson tell us about all the time, that means you're going to get little to nothing. That's already the trick bag. You're going to get little to nothing. Whenever you see minority, crock those words in there, you're going to get little to nothing because everybody's a minority according to them. Okay? Everybody. Okay? Yeah, you got the Afghanistan refugees. They're going to get more money than the HBCUs. They're going to get more money. They're getting $6 billion specifically for them. Okay, and their well-being and their resources. They're getting $6 billion specifically for them. HBCUs, you're gonna have to split $2 billion with other Hispanic serving institutions. Okay, and understand, Hispanic don't necessarily mean that you from Mexico. Hispanic just mean, goddamn it, you come from a Spanish-speaking country. So these are more white people. These Hispanics that they're talking about are people who are going to get over here and classify as white. So you're giving it to white folks who speak Spanish. You're gonna have to split it with them. So let's be clear. Let's be clear, family. You Boule Negroes, you're taking an L, and it's time for you to accept it. You're taking an L. The very voter base that put Biden in office, these Negroes from immigrant lineages, that black HBCU Boule crowd, okay? Y'all need to be asking, where is your girl Kamami? Where is Kamami Harris, family? Have y'all even seen her? Have you heard? Family, put in the chat room, have you seen or heard from Kamami Harris lately? Now, remember, they were damn near, before the election, they were damn near acting like Kamami Harris was going to be president. Okay, she was going to all these HBCUs, and y'all were talking about how much she was going to do for black folks because she went to Howard. Oh, she went to Howard. And what are you getting? Crumbs. You're getting crumbs. You're getting a nothing burger. Okay? You're getting a nothing burger. So when the facilities at your HBCU are not up to date, you can thank your black girl magic for that. That's what y'all out here talking about, some Auntie Kamala. She was out here, Chuck Taylor's. Y'all were boosting her head up. You're getting nothing for it. You can't even get $2 billion specifically for you. You got to split that with somebody else. You got to split that with humpbacks and midgets. Anybody. Okay? Yeah, y'all haven't seen her either. Hit that like button, family. Hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Yeah, they're hardly right. They're hardly getting crumbs, family. They're hardly out here getting crumbs. You're getting nothing. You're getting nothing. And this is hurting the Boule crowd heavy. And understand, they'll never admit when they take a L. Jim Crow Joe can come out here and pee on Roland Martin's leg, and he'll say it's raining. Thank God for the rain. Okay? They'll never admit anything when they're taking an L, but understand this. They're taking an L. They have done absolutely zero for black people since they've been in office. Okay? And you can't use the excuse, well, they only been in there 10 months. They found a way to do something for Asians as soon as they got in there. They started signing executive orders. They found time to do stuff for folks who ain't even citizens of this country. Damn, probably most of them don't even speak English. They've allocated billions for them specifically. Okay? Billions for them specifically. But when it comes to the Negroes, you can't even get a new cafeteria at your college without having to break bread with Javier and Carlos. Okay? And Sue Young. This is what you get. So were the Butter Biscuits really worth it, family? And it's only going to get worse from here. Okay? For you Negroes, it's only going to get worse from here. They've been annoying y'all since day one. Don't be crying foul now. Because remember, y'all deserve this. You had people like Spike Lee. Go back and watch those videos of Spike Lee when Biden got elected. Spike Lee was out there dancing in the street. He's a Morehouse alum. Now your HBCUs can't get no funding. You had Negroes out here crying on the news. Oh, Jim Biden, Joe Biden, this is just a savior. Oh, good still matters in this world. You're getting nothing. You got two veins on the same snake. Okay? Let's be clear about that. And not only are you not getting any resources, he's empowering these other groups against you. Let me show you something. He's empowering these other groups against you, family. Let me show you something real quick, family. I want to show you this. This happened recently at a college. I don't know what college this is, but this happened recently at a college. I want to show you this video. Now, these are some of the Asians. Now, they didn't put on this Stop Asian Hate, all this type of stuff. And these Asians are out here talking to brothers crazy. Hold on, they're out here talking to brothers crazy now. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go with this again. It's not playing audio. Hold on 1 second, family. It went viral. I want to play it. Let me see. Hold on 1 second, family. I don't know why it's not putting the sound on here. It's showing the video, it's not putting the sound. Hold on, let me pull it up because I got to let y'all hear this real quick. Yeah, I'm going to have to get off StreamYard. StreamYard be tripping, bro. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Let me remove it real quick. One second, family. Let me pull it up.
Where's the mask? Do you really?
Okay, let me share it again.
Mask.
I feel like getting closer.
Okay. Close your mouth.
Now listen to this Asian man talking to this young brother crazy. Talking to this young college student, one of our young brothers crazy.
Where's the mask? Do you read English? Do you read English?
No, I'm actually.
You don't read, right?
Don't read any.
Okay, you don't read English. Then you should go back to your country, man. I don't know where you're from.
Talking crazy.
Is this a joke right now?
No.
Thor, are you just gonna let your dad say this to me?
So what?
Do you know how you guys have been treating me lately? I'm not talking to you guys about it.
Huh? So what?
So go back to my country.
I don't know. You see, you don't know English. I'm from Hong Kong. I know English.
Sir, come on.
Come on, what?
You don't know who I am.
Then, come on.
Sir, you're.
Show me. Show me who you are. I'm nervous.
Are you gonna get your husband, ma'am? Because he's yelling at me, trying to get me.
Yeah, beat me.
Gonna fight you.
Mask.
I feel like getting closer.
Okay. Close your mouth. Where's the mask? Do you read English? Do you read English?
No, I'm actually.
You don't read, right? Okay, you don't read English. Then you
Okay, here it is one more time.
I don't know where you're from.
Is this a joke right now?
No.
Thor, are you just gonna let your dad say this to me?
So what?
Do you know how you guys have been treating me lately? I'm not talking to you guys about it.
So what?
Okay.
So go back to my country.
I don't know. You see, you don't know English. I'm from Hong Kong. I know English.
Sir, come on.
Come on, what?
You don't know who I am.
Then, come on.
Sir, you're.
Show me. Show me who you are. I'm nervous.
Are you gonna get your husband, ma'am? Because he's yelling at me, trying to get me.
Yeah, beat me.
I'm
Come on. I'm so scared. I'm scared.
I'm not gonna fight you.
Okay, that's enough. Now y'all see how they play games. See, while we're over here, let me remove. While we're over here, Negroes is out here defending Asians, talking about black people. Y'all need to stop attacking Asians. They're over here empowered by this type of stuff. Now, this This Jackie Chan looking motherfucker is from Hong Kong. Now he's acknowledging he's an immigrant. He says he's from Hong Kong and he's over here talking to one of our brothers crazy. Okay? While y'all out here, while these Negroes were out here talking about some black people, y'all needs to tell other black folks to stop attacking Asians. You had all these black leaders out here putting on the cape. Okay? Putting on the cape for them. They were empowered by this. Now understand, if the situation was reversed, family, and this young brother was out here yelling at that Asian man, telling him to go back to his country, that young brother would get hit with all type of hate crimes. They would charge that young brother as an adult. He would get all type of felonies for that, even if he didn't put his hands on them. It'll be out here trending on CNN, MSNBC, and everything. Okay? It'll be out here trending everywhere. But because the Asian man was doing it, you ain't heard nothing about it. You ain't heard nothing about it. And I've been dying to get that dude's name. I've been dying to get that dude's name so we can put him on that Summer Jam screen for everybody to know, because he needs to be deported. He is over here as a immigrant sabotaging American and harassing American citizens. He needs to be deported. Okay? They do that with black brothers and sisters all the time. Okay? Ask your black immigrant family. They do something out of pocket. They do something out of order. They're out here harassing other people. They deport them with the quickness. He needs to be deported with the quickness. Okay? So we need to understand this. While you're out here empowering these groups and putting on the cape for them, they're doing little stuff like this. And understand, his goal was to try to trigger that young brother into attacking him so he can play victim at the end of the day and start talking about some Asian hate to come up on a bag. But our brother stayed cool, calm, and collective from what I seen in the video. Okay? And you notice how when the brothers say, hey, man, y'all need to come get your dad. You need to come get your husband. Notice how the Asian stayed on code. And by the way, that brother, that's another thing. Let me talk to my young brothers out here. That brother's dating an Asian woman, an Asian girl. I keep telling y'all about, a lot of times y'all think that, you know, because you're dating these other groups that the racism don't apply to you because, hey, man, I'm dating an Asian girl and she ain't doing nothing about it. She ain't doing nothing about her racist roommate. She ain't jumped up. She ain't said nothing. This is a major problem, family. Okay? See, never let your guard down. Y'all out here dating Soo Young, thinking she for the cause, and she's not. Okay? She's not. Let's be clear. This is what our tax dollars are going to. Our tax dollars are going to protect people like this and bring these type of individuals over here who have a strong anti-black rhetoric. Okay, let's be clear about that. Yeah, no, our brother did good. Somebody said he should have knocked him out. No, our brother played his cards good. Now, if that Asian man had put his hands on that brother, then yes, please use the spirit of Ogun to come through. Okay? But our brother did good. Our brother was cool, calm, and collective. Our brother said, hey, listen, man, come get your dad. Come, what you talking about? Our brother was very calm, at least from the video I've seen. And that's good because he was trying to finesse our brother into a charge. Okay, that's all he was trying to do. He was trying to finesse our brother into a charge. That was his sole goal, talking crazy like that. He knew what he was doing. See, black folks, don't let these other groups trick you out of your position. Now, if they put their hands on you, then please move with the spirit of Ogun. But other than that, the words, name calling, don't let them trick you out their position. You dig? Now, what our brother should have done, and he should have got his Asian girlfriend, we need that man's name. See, that's how you play that game. We need his name. So now we know who he is, and we can call them folks on him. That's how you play that game. Right. Cool, calm, and collective, family. Don't get triggered, man. We be getting baited by a lot of these white supremacists into doing stupid stuff. Man, you better not talk to me like that. No. Cool, calm, and collective. Okay? Now, somebody put your hands on you, that's a different story. But him just talking, Hell, he's hanging himself right now. He's hanging himself right now. Right now, he's staying low key because people might recognize his face. Okay, he knows he has to move with caution now. He's the one who took that L out of that situation, and our brother just played it like a G. That's how you're supposed to do it, family. That's how you're supposed to do it. Yeah, they try to bait you into doing certain stuff. Be careful with that. Be careful with people who try to bait you into doing certain things. Hold on 1 second, family. Let's let me can y'all see me, family? Can y'all see me? Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Yes, indeed. Now, something else that came out. Something else that came out. Shout out to our brother Dave Chappelle. Did y'all see the Dave Chappelle special yet on Netflix? Okay. Put B1 in the chat if you've seen the Dave Chappelle special on Netflix, family. Have y'all seen that yet? Our brother Dave Chappelle did a terrific special. Our brother Dave Chappelle always delivers. Brothers like Dave Chappelle, the lesson we can learn from brothers like Dave Chappelle and brothers like Kyrie Irving is make sure you get your bag together. Make sure you get your bag together. Make sure you work on ownership. Our brother Dave Chappelle owns a lot of his stuff. He does a lot of his own marketing, things of that nature. Okay. He learned his lesson from that Chappelle show incident with HBO and stuff like that. He made sure from now on he has ownership. He does his own contracts and deals. You dig? Shout out to the guy Evan Spann in the room. But our brother can speak truth to power because nobody can cancel him because nobody owns him. So our brother came out. Let me see if I can find that clip. He came out and said something very interesting, and a lot of people were hurt by it. A lot of people get hurt by the truth, family. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. A lot of people get hurt by the truth.
A lot of the LBG.
Okay, let me share my screen. This is what brother Dave Chappelle. I'm not gonna put up, of course, not the full thing or the comment special, but listen to this.
A lot of the LGBTQ community doesn't know the baby's history. He's a wild guy. He once shot a and killed him in Walmart. Oh, this is true. Google it. The baby shot and killed a in Walmart in North Carolina. Nothing bad happened to his career. Do you see where I'm going with this? In our country, you can shoot and kill a nigga, but you better not hurt a gay person's feelings.
Okay, our brother David Chappelle, keeping it a buck. Boy, these LGBTQ Negroes, the white suspected white supremacist media, boy, they were super mad about that. You don't say stuff like that. You don't point out the obvious racism and double standards and hypocrisy with how we view heterosexual black men. As long as the heterosexual black man who is rapping, family, as long as he's talking about shooting niggas, killing niggas, and putting mollies all in black women's champagne so he can smash them, as long as he's doing that, leave him alone, dude. It's culture. It's culture, family. That's why they allow us to do that. But the moment you say, hey, man, put your lights in the sky, if you ain't out here sucking you know what in the parking lot, whoa, that's homophobic. Cancel his shows. He can't perform anywhere. No. You can't do that. Dave Chappelle pointed out the hypocrisy. And boy, the Negro minions out here, they were doing some serious caping for the LGBTQ community because they understand that racism within the LGBTQ community, it runs very deep, family. It runs very deep. So you had, let me show you this. You had Let's pull this up. You had a transgender, the who I guess she directs Dear White People. Have y'all seen the show Dear White People? And I kind of fell off the show. I think I watched the first 2 seasons. It was pretty good. But then it turned into a LGBTQ fest. Have y'all seen that show? It just turned into everything was about LGBTQ about season 3. But she came out, the white director, and she got on Netflix and asked them to take down that comedy special. It was so homophobic. Nothing he said was homophobic. He was just pointing out the double standard. That's all he was doing. He was just pointing out the double standard. Nothing he said was homophobic. You dig? But she ran out here. They hate when you call out the racism within the white LGBTQ community because they can't defend that. Okay? Yeah, you said you stopped watching after season 1. It was decent. Season 1, I barely made it through season 2 of Dear White People, but then it just became a LGBTQ fest. Especially when they started talking about the black man, he's just a whole pepper and he's not good for the black community either. I knew somebody white was writing it then. I said, this is white talking points. Okay? This is white talking points. But she came out and condemned it. Then you got Negroes like this. Then you got Negroes like this. The National Black Coalition, the National Black Justice Coalition called for Netflix to remove Dave Chappelle's latest comedy special. Stop. Okay? See, this is why we got to start vetting these Negroes. Now they're talking about they're the National Black Justice Coalition. All the things that you could be worried about. You worried about Dave Chappelle comedy special? This is why they take us as a joke, family. This is why they take us as a joke. We got people who's supposed to be for our interests fighting for justice, and they worried about Dave Chappelle comedy special because he pointed out the obvious double standards that the media portrays. The obvious double standards. So his comedy special is so harmful that the National Black Justice Coalition had to call Netflix to ask them to remove it. What we want you to do is we want you to call Jim Crow Joe National Black Justice Coalition and ask them to do something specifically for black people. That's what we want you to do. We don't want you worried about comedy specials. That's the last thing on our mind. Okay? That's the last thing on our mind. We want you to worry about all these unarmed black men, women, and children who are getting killed by the cops. That's all you should be focused on. But now you focused on Dave Chappelle making a 45-second joke that wasn't even homophobic, was just pointing out the double standards. Okay? Right, somebody said that's LGBTQ run, and it's obvious at this point. A lot of these organizations they're LGBTQ run or Democratic run. They put a black face on it, put the word black in it, but they're LGBTQ or Democratic run. That's why you receive nothing at the end of the day. These Negroes ain't never won nothing for black people because they out here worried about comedy specials. Sit your ass down. All the stuff you could be worried about. Go out there and fight for reparations for foundational black Americans. You got plenty of stuff to be worried about. You're worried about a comedy special. Okay? See, this is where they get real vocal. Yeah, allow Jim Crow Joe to do something for everybody but you. Allow all these other groups to get your tangibles that we fought and died for. But Lord, don't you make a joke. Don't you make a joke pointing out the double standards between the LGBTQ community, the white LGBTQ community, and black folks. Lord, no, that's forbidden. That's forbidden, family. And a lot of people were mad, and I pointed to this. Let me pull this up real quick. Hold on, let me remove this. Let me point it to this. A lot of Negroes set up here and are mad at Dave Chappelle. The same niggas who talking about Dave Chappelle, his stuff needs to be taken off Netflix. They didn't say anything. They didn't say anything the other, 2-3 weeks ago? Let me pull it up. They didn't say anything 2 or 3 weeks ago, family, when Little Nas X was out here on the Breakfast Club. Listen to Little Nas X. You didn't have one headline about this. Now, everybody reported on Dave Chappelle pointing out double standards. Nobody had a headline about this.
Ability because kids are watching. You hear that? Cardi B had that same problem, and Nicki had that same problem. Do you feel that same way? Like,
I don't know kids. I feel like I used to, but now it's just like, so, like fuck your kids.
Oh,
fuck your kids.
Give them another headline, Montero. Okay, what agenda is that? The fuck your kids agenda?
Hey, let's keep playing. Let's keep playing.
It's like we really get one chance to do this, at least to my knowledge. I don't know, like what happens when we die or not. So it's like I'm not like about to pander to your kids or you. Like anybody, like even I have to do this with my family members, you know.
Okay, let's play that back one more time, family. What did Lil Nas X say a couple weeks ago? That ABC didn't run an article on that. None of these national black justice coalitions, they didn't say nothing about Lil Nas X saying, man, fuck them kids. I don't have to pander to your feelings. No, that wasn't headlines. It was go Lil Nas X. I love Lil Nas X. Let's hear it again for the people in the back. Uh-oh. Oh, now they want to start acting funny. See, when we start bringing up receipts, they start acting funny.
100% dead to me. But it's like some people you just want to disconnect from. Yeah.
Do you feel the pressure of, I see it all the time, parents will be like, you know, you have a responsibility because kids are watching. You hear that? Cardi B had that same problem, and Nicki had that same problem. Do you feel that same way? Like,
I don't really. Kids? I feel like I used to, but now it's just like, so, like fuck your kids. Not like fuck your kids.
That's exactly what you just said.
Whoa.
but like you just gave them another headline, Montero. Okay, what agenda is that? The fuck your kids agenda?
It's like we really get one chance to do this, at least to my knowledge. I don't know, like what happens when we die or not. So it's like I'm not like about to pander to your kids or you, like anybody, like even I.
Okay, that's enough. So okay, when Lil Nas X says, "Hey man, fuck them kids," I don't have to pander to you or your feelings. It's cool then. Okay. Yeah, because you got Negroes out here. Well, yeah, y'all should be raising your own kids. Why should he have to raise your kids? Okay, cool. Why should Dave Chappelle have to care about your sensitive ass feelings? Huh? If we don't have to care about the kids, why should Dave Chappelle have to care about your sensitive ass feelings? See, that's what hurts them. See, that obvious double standard. Now, where were the articles and all the outcry when Lil Nas X said that? It was not one mainstream article with that highlighted. Lil Nas X says, fuck them kids. Now, understand, Lil Nas X has children's books. This is somebody who has content, publications dedicated specifically to kids. Some people argue that most of his audience is kids. And he comes out and says something like that. And he says, well, shit, I don't have to pander to y'all. That's cool. That's cool, Lil Nas X, because we can play that same game. LGBT community, because y'all didn't say nothing when he said that. Y'all didn't say nothing about that. Y'all were doubling down on it. Yeah, you tell them. We ain't finna pander to y'all. Pride. We got pride. Okay, cool. We not finna cater to y'all sensitive ass feelings either. We ain't gonna do that either. So when we're pointing out the double standards and you feel offended, go see a fucking therapist. Don't come at us. Go see a therapist to handle your emotions. Because this is the standard y'all say we have to go by. When y'all do something, it's fuck our kids. Fuck y'all feelings. I ain't got to pander to y'all. Who cares what y'all think? Okay, well, who cares how you feel? If we ain't got to cater to a kid's feelings, a little kid, if we don't have to cater to little kids' feelings, if we don't have to worry about what we present to kids, why the hell should we be worried about what grown ass people 30, 40, 50 years old think? We don't care if they're offended. because this is the standard that y'all laid out. Okay? And I wish y'all would have had some of this same smoke. Because everybody's sitting up here talking about, oh, black man, oh, look, black man, Dave Chappelle, along with other heterosexual black men, they just so homophobic. Where was all that energy for Lil Nas X? If anybody else would have said that, if a heterosexual black man, if Bootsy would have got on the Breakfast Club, now, Bootsy interview was, hold on one second. Bootsy's interview was a few weeks before Lil Nas X's. They interrogated Bootsy. Oh, it's headlines everywhere. Bootsy double downs on homophobia. Bootsy does this. Bootsy does that. Bootsy badass does this. Oh, Bootsy's so toxic. Okay? Lil Nas X gets up there and says something that was more controversial than anything Bootsy ever has said. No headlines. And the headlines they did have were bigging him up. Lil Nas X stays confident after all the homophobic slurs, stuff bigging him up. This is why I tell y'all, man, we got to start standing our ground on this stuff. Okay, the black family, we got to start standing our ground and calling out the hypocrisy. Shout out to our brother Dave Chappelle. Our brother is highlighting the hypocrisy, which he always does, within the LGBTQ community, the white LGBTQ community, who has a long history of anti-black racism. Yeah, shout out to our brother Tariq Nasheed as well, made the buck breaking film. See, they don't want you highlighting their racism, because once you highlight the racism, family, within the white LGBTQ community, you see they ain't no different than regular white folks. They're not an oppressed people. The white LGBT community has never been oppressed. They try to have some false equivalence, like being LGBT is equivalent to being black. Stop. Okay? You had white LGBTQ slave owners. Okay? Lord Cornbury up there in the province, I believe, New Jersey, he expanded the slave trade up there. Of New York and New Jersey, he was one of the first governors up there. He expanded the slave trade. You dig? You have racists like J. Edgar Hoover, who, I mean, he just took down every black empowerment organization possible in individual. There's a great special you need to watch on HBO called MLK in the FBI. J. Edgar Hoover was just determined to take them down. He played every dirty trick in the book. He had him a little boo thing. White LGBTQ has never been oppressed. Never. Don't ever allow them to equate themselves to you, especially with all the propaganda that they push on us. Okay? Let's be clear. Yeah, man, we got to be clear about this. Hit that like button, family. Hit that like button. And even on a global level, because you got to understand, homosexuality, family, for them is a part of their culture. That's a part of white culture. When we go back into the days of Greece and Rome, you had something called pederasty. See, it was normal for a young boy back in the days of Greece and Rome to meet with an older male or an adult male and explore his sexuality. They considered that coming into manhood. Baba Kaba broke that down. Okay? The buck breaking film breaks that down. We got to understand these types of things. That's solidified within their culture. They've never been oppressed. That's just part of their culture. Okay? But they try to spin that. They use those civil rights bills to try to spin it like they're an oppressed group. So now every time black people start getting stumped, here come the pride flags. Every time a heterosexual black man says something, here comes the pride flags. You're oppressing us. Yet when we say something, or a member of our group says something like Lil Nas X, he says, fuck them kids. Well, he was joking. I mean, and after all, you should be taking care of your own kids. So like I say, we got to make sure, family, they keep that same energy. They keep that same energy, family. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me answer a few questions, then I'm going to get off, family. Let me answer a few questions, then I'm going to get off. Peace to all the family. Yeah, he'll say and do anything for clout. I've been told y'all, Lil Nas X is a talentless one-hit wonder. He made one hit and he blew up from there. And ever since then, he's been depending on just theatrics, okay? The circus revolving around him to keep his talent going, okay? To keep his little career going, I should say, because he has no talent. All right? It's just a minstrel show. So he has to say something controversial every time. He has to do a lot of trolling and trying to trigger black people. That's how he stays relevant. He's always doing some extra. He was pregnant for his last album cover. Okay? He always has to do some theatrics. And they try to tell the whole lie, well, the black community, we got a problem with LGBTQ. Nigga, stop. Every time LGBTQ people get a right, every time y'all in the media is because of black folks putting y'all on. Every civil right act y'all got is attached to our shit that we fought and died for in the 60s. Stop. We've had gay artists in our community that we've bigged up. You dig? That we've bigged up. And we always show love. We've had brothers that we show support for all the time. The James Baldwins of the world. We love James Baldwin. James Baldwin spoke a lot of truth to power. Okay? He spoke a lot of truth to power when we held him up and pushed him forward. You dig? Yeah, I heard now he's saying he's not gay. I wouldn't be surprised, dude. I wouldn't be surprised. These Negroes would do anything for some butter biscuits, for some clout, for some attention from a check from white mommy and white daddy. You dig? Yeah, I mean, that's what they say. That's what they say. Mm-hmm. You said that just covered his con. Yeah, Kid Bob, he's always had stuff that is dedicated to kids. But now he's saying F the kids and it doesn't matter. Okay? So, like I say, we need to support our brother David Chappelle 100%. Support Dave Chappelle 100%. And every time somebody says something about his comments, you show them that clip of Lil Nas X. Well, according to y'all standards, Lil Nas X said, listen, you don't have to cater or pander to anybody's feelings. I'm following after the message that Lil Nas X left behind. Okay? See, it can't be a double standard. It can't be only your feelings get catered to. But when it comes to how heterosexual black people feel, oh, no. We don't have to be your babysitters, your therapists. We don't really care. We don't have to pander to y'all. Okay, cool. We'll have to pander to you. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Keeping it a buck. Family, make sure you go click that link. I'm gonna put the link, but go to the Instagram page. Follow us on Instagram at Voice of the Ancestors. In case some of y'all are not from the Instagram page, follow my personal page. It's Chase the God on Instagram. Also, get the Voice of the Ancestor series, Voice of the Ancestors Volume 1, 2, and 3. Make sure you go get that ASAP. Are there any questions, family, before I get out of here? Are there any questions before I get out of here, family? I appreciate chopping up game with y'all. We're going to be going live every Friday at 8:30. Live every Friday at 8:30. Okay, family? So make sure you click that like button, you subscribe, you hit those bell icons. Make sure you share it as well because, like I said again, I am banned from going live on Instagram. See, I be wanting to have these discussions in front of a lot more family. When we on Instagram, we be 100 deep. You dig? But obviously, Instagram didn't spread the algorithm. They didn't spread my post. So it is what it is. But we're going to chop up game. Make sure y'all share it. Okay, if you got a page, make sure you share the videos, things of that nature. But listen, family, I'm about to get out of here. No questions. Until next time, family. See y'all next Friday, 8:30. Peace and Black Power. I'm out.